A graduate of Michigan State University named Kate Dibiasky was busy scanning space with the help of the Subaru telescope when she noticed something surprising. A huge comet was moving at high speed in an unknown direction. This comet was one of the greatest discoveries of the century, and Kate was going to get the credit for it. When this news reached Kate's professor, Dr. Randall Mindy, he jumped with joy and began celebrating Kate's success along with the rest of the students. They named the comet Comet Dibiasky after Kate's name. During this time, the students asked Randall how big the comet was, what its speed was, and in which direction it was moving. Randall started the calculations, but the results created panic in him. He immediately sent the students home and told Kate that the width of the comet was about 9 kilometers, and it was moving toward Earth at a speed of 25,000 kilometers per hour. This meant the comet was going to hit Earth, and if it hit Earth, it would cause such terrible destruction that all living beings on the planet would be wiped out. The most frightening part was that only 6 months and 14 days were left before the comet's impact. This information gave Kate goosebumps. She immediately called Teddy, the head of NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office, and shared everything with him. Understanding the seriousness of the situation, Teddy immediately sent a plane to bring Randall and Kate to Washington, D.C. From there, he went straight with them to the White House to inform the president. They conveyed the news to the president through her staff and waited outside her office, but no response came. To their surprise, the President of the United States, Jenny Orlean, was not showing any seriousness about this matter. Instead, she was busy attending birthday parties and making political decisions. Kate, Randall, and Teddy waited for hours to meet the president. But finally, her son Jason, who was also the chief of staff, asked them to come back the next day. Frustrated, Kate and Randall left angrily. After a long wait, the president finally called them to her office. Jason was also present there. Randall and Kate felt very nervous as they explained the situation to her. They told the president that 6 months and 14 days from now, when the comet hits Earth, the explosion will be equal to millions of atom bombs, causing massive earthquakes and tsunamis all over the world, which would destroy everything. But despite hearing about this global destruction, the president behaved as if it was not a big deal. She then asked Randall what the percentage chance was of the comet hitting Earth. Randall replied, 100%. Still, the president seemed more worried about saving her position than saving the planet. She said the elections were near, and at such a time, telling people they were all going to die in 6 months could cause her party to lose. She ordered Randall and Kate to keep this a secret until the election, and said that they would take action only afterward. Kate, Randall, and Teddy were shocked to hear this. Randall tried to explain that they still had a chance. Rockets with nuclear bombs could be sent to destroy the comet in space, or at least change its direction. But delaying this matter could be fatal. Even then, President Orlean refused to listen. Randall, Kate, and Teddy came out of the White House in disbelief. They could not accept that such a serious matter was being postponed for the sake of elections. But Randall and Kate were determined to warn the public, hoping people would pressure the government into taking action. To do this, they decided to take the help of the media. Kate's boyfriend Philip was a journalist. He arranged a meeting with the reporters and director of the famous newspaper New York Herald, where Randall and Kate revealed everything about the comet, and also told them that the president was hiding this disaster just to save her position. The journalists were shocked to hear this. They gave Randall and Kate the opportunity to reveal the truth on one of their popular shows, The Daily Rip. The Daily Rip show was very popular, where 2 hosts interviewed special guests. This show was watched all over the world. The very next day, Randall and Kate came to the studio of The Daily Rip, but before them, the hosts started interviewing a world-famous pop singer, Riley Bina. Riley had recently broken up with her boyfriend, DJ Cello, and this news was all over social media and news channels. To gain TRP, the channels were showing Riley and DJ Cello's love story first, leaving aside the issue of the world's destruction. After waiting for a long time, Randall and Kate were finally called in. They warned the world about the reality that exactly 6 months from now, a huge comet was going to destroy Earth. But instead of taking it seriously, the show's hosts started laughing. They mocked Randall and Kate in front of the world, and even suggested that they should see a psychologist. Hearing this, Kate lost her temper. She started shouting on the show, telling the audience that this was not a joke. She warned that in 6 months, a comet was really going to hit Earth, and if nothing was done now, every living being on the planet would suffer the consequences. Saying this, Kate left the studio crying, but still, no one was ready to accept the truth. The hosts told the audience that it was just a prank. After some time, Randall and Kate saw the ratings of the show, where it was clear that people were more interested in Riley and DJ Cello's love story. No one was taking Randall and Kate's words seriously. On the contrary, people mocked Kate's reaction and turned it into memes, which led to her receiving a flood of hateful comments. Because of this, Kate's boyfriend also broke up with her. Time passed, and during these days, President Orlean was caught in a scandal. One of her obscene photos was leaked on social media, leading to huge negative publicity. It was almost certain that she would lose the upcoming elections. Around this time, a team of FBI agents arrested Randall, Kate, and Teddy for leaking classified information. But instead of taking them to jail, they brought them to the White House. There, the president called them to her office and said, "We had your comet re-examined by our special scientists. We've found that your information is absolutely true, so we are going to take the initiative to save the world." At this, Kate taunted Orlean and said, "Finally, you found electoral advantage in this matter. You haven't confirmed the data from scientists for the sake of truth. The reality is that you're about to lose the election because your obscene photo has gone viral. So now you want to rise in people's eyes by claiming to save the world from the comet. You should be ashamed. You're using this destruction for your political gain." Shamelessly, Orlean admitted this, but Randall and Kate didn't object. They were just relieved, thinking that even if it benefited Orlean politically, at least the world would be saved. This was how Orlean and her son Jason began their political game. Through an emergency broadcast, Orlean informed the entire world about the comet, announcing that in 5 months it would destroy Earth. However, she assured everyone that she had a strategy to stop this disaster. She declared that rockets carrying nuclear bombs would be sent into space to blow up the comet before it reached Earth. Even though those rockets could be remotely controlled from Earth, the president turned it into a manned mission to gain public sympathy. She chose a military general named Benedict, who was prepared to sacrifice himself for the mission. Along with this, the president announced that Randall, Kate, and Teddy had played the biggest role in making this mission possible. This way, President Orlean's name began to shine around the world, and with this political move, she won the election with a huge margin. Finally, the day came when the rockets carrying nuclear bombs were to be launched into space. The whole world prayed for the mission's success. Orlean, her entire cabinet, Randall, and Kate were all watching the launch live from the White House. Meanwhile, Peter Isherwell arrived. Isherwell was a tech billionaire whose company, Bash, manufactured smartphones. Recently, his company had created an advanced AI phone called Bash Life, which could give suggestions by analyzing the user's mental and physical state. Isherwell was one of President Orlean's biggest supporters, and most of her funding came from him. With this, the countdown for the mission began. As soon as the countdown ended, multiple rockets were launched into space at once. Along with the rest of the world, Randall and Kate also celebrated the successful launch. Scientists estimated the success rate of this mission to be 81%. Meanwhile, Isherwell called Orlean for an important conversation. During this time, everyone's eyes were on space. The rockets were just about to leave Earth's orbit when suddenly, they all began returning to Earth with the help of parachutes. No one could understand why the mission failed so suddenly. Randall, Kate, and Teddy were sitting in a room, growing more worried with each passing moment. Orlean was busy in a meeting with her officials when Jason entered and said to Randall, "Dr. Randall, from today, you are the chief science advisor of the White House. The president has called you to a meeting right now." Randall couldn't believe his ears. He went to the meeting room with Jason, where everyone was impatient to know why their mission had failed. Then Isherwell spoke up. He said, "As you all know, every mineral on Earth is limited. The minerals used to make cell phones and computers such as neodymium, dysprosium, yttrium, and others will soon be exhausted. But we have found a solution. Our astrogeologists have discovered that the comet we see as a threat is actually full of such minerals. It contains resources worth $140 trillion. Hearing this, Randall said angrily, "So this is why you canceled the mission to destroy the comet? Just so you can mine it and collect those minerals? But when Earth is gone, what will you do with that money?" Isherwell replied calmly, "I agree that the comet can destroy the entire planet. But what if it is cut into smaller parts? If the comet breaks into small pieces before reaching Earth, there will be no destruction. My new drone technology will make this possible. We will launch drones that will attach themselves to the comet's surface. Then we will place explosives at its core to create a massive explosion, breaking it into smaller pieces. After that, our drones will guide those pieces safely into the Pacific Ocean, where US Navy ships will collect them." Although this was a reckless and dangerous plan, where even a slight mistake could wipe out humanity, President Orlin and Isherwell were ready to risk the entire human race for their own benefit. Randall immediately explained everything to Kate and Teddy. Hearing this, Kate's blood boiled. She shouted in anger, "They're putting the whole planet in danger just to raise the stock price of a cell phone company." But surprisingly, Randall began supporting Orlin and Isherwell's decision. He thought that instead of wasting the comet in space, it would be better for the country to bring it back and use its resources. Meanwhile, some people in a nearby bar overheard their conversation and began pressing Kate and Randall to tell them the truth. Kate lost her patience and shouted out the entire truth. This sparked outrage among the people, who began rioting and vandalizing the bar. Though the police managed to control the situation after some time, the FBI arrested Kate once again for leaking classified information. They strictly warned her not to talk about the Comet or Isherwell's company to the media or anyone else. They released her on this condition. Defeated, Kate left everything behind and went to live with her parents. But unfortunately, her parents didn't even allow her inside the house. They were supporting President Orlin and Isherwell's mission to extract minerals from the comet. Orlin had lied to the public, saying the comet would not hit Earth, and that if they succeeded in capturing it, their country would become the richest in the world. She promised that no one would be unemployed and that everyone would live in wealth. In this way, the president blinded people with false promises of jobs and money. The public believed Orlin's lies more than the scientific evidence. Kate's parents were among those people. They told Kate clearly that if she didn't support the president, she had no place in their house. Meanwhile, Isherwell and the president assigned Randall the job of promoting their mission to the world. He began appearing on TV, strongly endorsing the plan. After some time, Randall went with the president to see Isherwell's drone, which was designed to place explosives inside the comet. During this visit, Randall asked, "Mr. Isherwell, according to a report I've seen, you haven't tested this mission scientifically. You've left it entirely to the mercy of your technology. Not only that, but you've also fired all the people who questioned the mission. So, as the chief science advisor to the White House, I want you to first prove scientifically whether this mission is even possible. You shouldn't treat this as a business." Isherwell got angry and replied, "Dr. Randall, this is not just business. This is the future. You have no idea how precise my technology and algorithms are. With them, I can predict everyone's future with 96.5% accuracy. Do you want to know how you'll die? I've already seen your future. You won't die a boring, meaningless death, but when that moment comes, you'll be alone. Not only you, but with my technology, I can predict the future of any person in the world. So don't ever question my technology again." Saying this, Isherwell shut Randall's mouth. But now Randall fully understood that Isherwell and President Orlin were ready to set the world on fire for their own benefit. Attempting such a mission without proper scientific testing was nothing short of suicide. Now, only 25 days were left before the comet would reach Earth. During this time, Randall once again appeared for an interview on a TV show. But by now, most of the media was already under government control. They used the comet only as entertainment for their own gain. The film industry also took advantage of the situation, even producing a movie about the comet, set to release on the very day it would hit Earth. The world had begun treating the comet as nothing more than a joke. During the interview, the host asked Randall if the comet even existed. Randall lost his patience. He shouted at the entire world on live TV, telling them the truth, that they were all going to die soon. But even after his emotional outburst, no one was willing to believe him. Following this statement, Randall was dismissed from the White House. Meanwhile, Kate, disheartened by the world's ignorance, was living on the streets. She had found a new friend named Yule. Since Kate knew the world was going to end anyway, she chose to spend her remaining time enjoying life with Yule. One night, she noticed a shining light in the sky. It was none other than the comet, which had now come so close to Earth that it could be seen with the naked eye. Now, with death in plain sight, fear began spreading among people. Randall and Kate reunited, and along with Teddy, started warning the public again, saying, "This is the comet that's coming to destroy the Earth." Together, they launched a campaign called Just Look Up, urging people to look at the sky and see the danger for themselves, hoping this would pressure the government into taking action. This campaign gained momentum, with many celebrities, including singer Riley Bina and DJ Cello, releasing songs to support the Just Look Up movement and raise awareness. But President Orlin countered by telling people that Randall and Kate were spreading lies to scare them. She assured the public that the comet would not hit Earth, starting her own campaign called Don't Look Up. This created a huge divide on social media. Those who believed in the danger supported the Just Look Up movement, while those who blindly trusted the president supported Don't Look Up. Meanwhile, Randall, Kate, and Teddy realized that Orlin would always prioritize her own benefit. Their only hope was with other countries. Since Orlin and Isherwell had refused to share the comet's minerals with the world, Russia, India, and China began working on a joint mission to blow it up. But sadly, their rocket, which had been built in a hurry, exploded before it could even launch. This shattered the last hope of Randall, Kate, and Teddy. By now, the comet had come dangerously close to Earth. As death loomed before their eyes, people finally removed the blindfold of ignorance. They realized the president had deceived them all along, but it was too late. In just a few hours, the comet would hit Earth, and no one had the power to stop it anymore. In desperation, people around the world began praying for the success of Orlin and Isherwell's mission. Meanwhile, Randall, Kate, Yule, and Teddy came to Randall's house. Randall was not at all sure that Isherwell's mission would succeed, so he brought everyone to his family. He wanted to spend the last moments of his life happily. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Orlin and Isherwell were ready to execute their mission. Along with them, the whole world's eyes were fixed on the sky. During this, Orlin jokingly said to Isherwell, "You had scared Randall a lot by predicting his death. By the way, I also want to know how I will die." To this, Isherwell replied, "You will be eaten by Bronterock." Hearing this, Orlin was shocked and asked, "What is this Bronterock?" Isherwell answered, "I don't know either, but my algorithms say so." With this, their rocket was launched. They had launched 30 drones simultaneously, but unfortunately, 4 drones crashed on the ground. The remaining 26 drones left for the sky with the rocket. However, Isherwell encouraged everyone by saying that the crashed drones were just extras. Then the drones came out of the rocket and started landing on the surface of the comet. But 2 more drones were destroyed while landing. Now Orlin's worries started increasing. But Isherwell was still giving hope to everyone, saying that 24 drones were enough for this mission. Meanwhile, the drones started drilling the comet to fill it with explosives. But then there was a huge explosion inside the drone, and it lost all contact with the control room. Seeing this, Isherwell broke out in a sweat because he understood that his mission had failed, which meant the end of the world was certain. Isherwell and Orlin quietly escaped from the control room on the excuse of going to the bathroom. The news of the mission's failure spread to people all over the world, after which riots began everywhere. In their last moments, people started running to be with their families. On the other hand, Randall was spending his final moments having dinner with his family and friends. During this time, he received a call from Orlin. Orlin told Randall that she had a feeling the mission would fail, so she had already built a ship to leave the Earth and escape. Orlin said her ship could accommodate 2,000 people. She asked Randall to come with her, but Randall wanted to stay with his family rather than live like a coward. He rejected Orlin's offer and told her to have fun with her son, Jason. But then Orlin remembered that in her rush to save her own life, she had forgotten Jason. Jason was still waiting for Orlin to return from the bathroom in the control room. At the same time, the comet hit the Earth, causing such a massive explosion that the whole planet was destroyed in one strike. The blast was so terrible that the debris of the Earth was scattered into space. All living creatures on Earth were wiped out. But at that same moment, a ship left the Earth and headed towards space. That ship belonged to Isherwell, and inside it, he and many rich people had escaped the destruction. It was an advanced ship designed to find a planet like Earth on its own and take Isherwell, Orlin, and the other survivors there. All the survivors were placed in deep sleep inside pods, in which they could survive for thousands of years. After a long journey of about 22,000 years, the ship finally found a planet similar to Earth. The survivors' pods were ejected to the planet's surface. However, many pods crashed due to technical faults, killing most of the survivors, but a few landed safely. The survivors who made it out were overjoyed to see the green planet. Isherwell and Orlin were also among them. During this time, they saw a strange creature there. Amazed by its beauty, Orlin walked toward it while asking about it. But suddenly the creature grabbed Orlin's skull and tore it apart, eating her alive. This meant one of Isherwell's predictions had come true. The creature's name was Bronterock, which was devouring Orlin just as predicted. Meanwhile, more Bronterocks arrived in search of prey. Isherwell and all the other survivors became food for those creatures. In this way, greed destroyed the entire human race. The film shows us how big companies do not hesitate to put the whole world at risk for their profits. The government does not show interest in serious issues unless there is some political gain for them. Media channels also turn serious issues into entertainment, and common people take them lightly without raising their voice. Actually, this film points towards serious problems like global warming and climate change. Just like in the film, a comet was coming to destroy the Earth, but people didn't take it seriously. Similarly, in the real world too, the climate is changing. The Earth's temperature is continuously rising, and this is a serious issue, but people are ignoring it. They only think about their own convenience. If we keep turning away from the truth even after seeing the danger, the result can be disastrous for the entire human race. So friends, if you liked this video and got lost in the story while watching, please subscribe to support us, so we can keep bringing you more videos like this. Thanks for watching.